level of racing that he's achieved is extremely rare.
Matoli's a monster! Matoli wins the sprint! Oh, what a horse he is! The mighty Matoli!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and we kick off closing week at Saratoga with our Spa Baby race for Wednesday, August the 31st. Race number 9 is the Grade 3 $175,000 with anticipation stakes. Let's take a look at this field of 2-year-olds going 1 1/16 miles on the inner turf, 10 in the body of the field, the 11 determinedly on the also eligible list, and Spendthrift represented by 2 runners. The 4 Bourbon Therapy is by Free Drop Billy, and the 10 Bapio by Hot First Crop Sire, Bolt D'Oro. Nice evenly matched group, Nicole.
I think an evenly matched group. We've had horses in here who have run at Saratoga and who have run elsewhere, kind of coming together. Some interesting freshman sires, including those Spendthrift stallions that you mentioned in the mix. And this is really an interesting time of the year because we're going to start seeing longer distance races for these 2-year-olds. And that with this 2-year-old turf division, especially important because with a number of different Breeders' Cup opportunities in both the juvenile turf and the juvenile turf sprint, this division will sort of start sorting itself out as to who belongs where looking ahead to those major fall prizes.
The morning line favorite and the horse to beat's down on the rail, the number 1 Battle of Normandy. He's already won over course and distance. Let's watch his career debut for Shug McGahee. This was about 25 days ago, and this horse ran very well. He gets to the outside, turning into the stretch, and he is very game. He gets past the leader. He stays about his business here into respectable 67 buyer. He's well bred. He's well connected.
Yeah, he's a son of the freshman sire City of Light by the versatile sire Quality Road. And City of Light has always been well regarded, and his horses are just sort of now starting to step up to the plate. They really seem to want 2 turns. I think they'll run well on a number of surfaces. And Battle of Normandy, I just loved his debut. I thought he was a very professional horse, went about his business, and finished up well. He clearly is one of those horses who wants 2 turns.
$500,000 yearling, Dam, a multiple stakes winning turf router, and one of the horses left in his wake. Trackmate came back to run very well second time out on dirt on Travers Day with an 82 buyer. The number 2 is And the Winner Is, and this horse ran very well on debut at Keeneland Sprinting, coming from off the pace and winning very easily. They tried him on dirt last time out. He ran into a hot horse in Gulfport. On a surface, it's probably not his best. Getting back to turf will be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very decent third in the Bashford Manor on, as you said, what's probably not his preferred surface. Although the Churchill dirt can be kind to sort of turf type horses, I think he will handle stretching out in distance. His sire Oscar Performance, a son of Kitten's Joy, a good 2-year-old himself, winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, and continued on to be a Grade 1 winner routing at 3 and at 4. And as the winner is reuniting here with Pratt, who rode him to that very good debut win at Keeneland.
Another horse moving 2 sprints to rout is the number 3, Noble Huntsman. This is a son of Noble Mission. Manny Franco aboard for Bitch Friedman, a debut winner sprinting at Saratoga. Ran in the Skidmore, this New York bred, against Open Company last time out. Ran okay and has enough pedigree to last the 2 turns.
Absolutely. His sire Noble Mission, the full brother to Frankel, was a European champion stayer, and his best progeny, such as Code of Honor, have definitely wanted to run longer as well, as you would expect from that son of Galileo.
Stretching out for the first time is the 4 Bourbon Therapy off this maiden victory in his 3rd lifetime start at Horseshoe, Indianapolis. Going 5/8 of a mile, he showed big speed in this race. He was able to clear off to the lead, and he's going to last with a 53 buyer. About 2 weeks after this race, this son of Spendthrift stallion Free Drop Billy went through the auction ring and was purchased for $40,000, now with Michael Maker.
Yeah, who's having a very good Saratoga meet with clients such as 3 Diamonds Farm, which purchased this horse. Free Drop Billy, while he did his best work on dirt, and while he's by more of a dirt sire and Union Rags, Free Drop Billy is a half to Hawkbill, a multiple Group 1 winner routing on turf around the world. I'd like to see more stamina on the bottom half of the page, but this horse has a nice foundation, and that sire should add some important stamina.
Our next two entrants were debut winners at Monmouth Park. Here's the 5, El Conejito, winning around 2 turns, going a mile. And this horse went very fast in the early portion of this race, a 22-2 opening quarter to sort of assert his early dominance. And he kept right on rolling to win and pay about $18. I could see him moving forward off this effort.
Absolutely. I will definitely expect speed from him. And there's the turf ability in the bottom side of his family that he's clearly tapping into. The sire Palace, a multiple grade 1 winning dirt sprinter by the multi-purpose sire City Zip. So far, he hasn't quite inherited that versatility of City Zip, only 6% with his 2-year-olds on turf.
The 6 is Bramble Breeze. El Conejito won on the lead at Monmouth. Here's Bramble Blaze coming from off the pace in his career debut, and he wins this race very easily. You can tell he's a little bit green, but just watch the way he just storms by this horse on the lead. The rider really only asking minimally for Bramble Blaze, going out for Mike Deeney and Jose Lascano. Very visually impressive. I won't sleep on this one.
Yeah, visually impressive, and another one with, kind of a sneaky good, very nice pedigree. The sire Summer Front, a graded stakes winning millionaire by the internationally successful Warfront, and Summer Front is quietly having a very good year for the Airdrie stud roster that's kind of on a roll right now with Upstart and others.
Up next is the 7, Quincy Cafe, who was placed first via disqualification last time out at Laurel Park. Will be trying turf and a distance of ground for the first time, but there are some things to like. He's a half-brother to Chi-Town Lady, a grade 1 stakes winning sprinter, I believe at Saratoga, who also won on the turf. The Dam was a stakes place turf sprinter. I followed this colt at Laurel for his first 3 starts. He's a big fella, weighs about 1,100 pounds, thought he was a little bit green in his second start when didn't like being down inside. I think he'll appreciate stretching out, and his sire Mendelssohn, no problem with turf.
Absolutely. Mendelssohn, just a globe-trotting standout by Scat Daddy. This is his first crop, and so far his runners have run well on both turf and dirt. They've handled stretching out in distance to the extent that they've had the opportunity to well so far. Quincy Cafe, yes, he was placed first by DQ last time out, but he looks to have taken sort of little steps forward in each start while being green, as you said. I think he'll appreciate where he's drawn in this field and, should handle the switch over to turf well.
Eric Consell aboard for a very good trainer, Lacey Gaudette. The 8 is La Chaise. Let's watch this one's career debut at Saratoga over course and distance. He's another son of Oscar Performance. He showed good tactical speed in this race. He's able to make the lead. He keeps on going. He got a respectable buyer speed figure. These connections year in and year out seem to send out live 2-year-olds at Saratoga.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one I wouldn't sleep on. Another one from that first crop of Oscar Performance with plenty of turf on the bottom side of the page to back it up. I like, again, that this one won at course and distance. And Oscar Performance, they really should continue to handle the distance and continue to improve as he did.
A very live family, as you can see, a half-brother to 3 stakes winners on the turf. The number 9 is Our Dream Ride, and he paid about $44 in this race's debut, and I guess it shouldn't be surprising that he should appreciate the turf. He's by the very versatile stallion More Than Ready with a big turf family, and he just storms down these horses down the middle of the track. First time long, first time turf for Ian Wilkes, whose horses do seem to get better with experience.
Absolutely. He took kind of a classic step forward for Ian Wilkes from his first to his second start, and no surprise that he improved on the turf. His sire More Than Ready, who we lost last week at age 25, just such a versatile stallion on 2 continents, throughout his career, but a special prowess with 2-year-olds on the turf. We've seen him sire 2-year-old Breeders' Cup winners such as Pluck, More Than Real, Rushing Fall, and I believe you mentioned before on Spa Babies this season, this nick of More Than Ready over a Bernardini mare, responsible for Catholic Boy, who was a dual surface grade 1 winner, and before that, a very good 2-year-old.
The final horse in the body of the race is the 10, Bapio, trying turf for the first time, a son of red hot Spendthrift first crop stallion Boltioro, and a half to Papa Cap, who placed in last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile. The Dam was graded stakes place routing on the turf. They tried this horse in the Sanford. He was 40-1. I think it was a little too tough for him.
Yeah, probably. And I do think he'll handle both getting some more distance, which certainly his sire appreciated, and I think he'll appreciate the turf. Bolt d'Oro is by Medaglia d'Oro, has the opportunity to kind of develop into the mold of his sire and sire versatile runners. The Dam graded place routing on the turf, and she's by Scat Daddy, certainly a versatile sire. This one has sort of the right makeup on the page to be a versatile runner.
And if there's a scratch determinedly, we'll get into the body of the race. He is an uncoupled stablemate of Bapio, second to Our Dream Ride in that one's maiden victory. Let's take a look at our top picks for the Grade 3 with anticipation. Could be a very important prep for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Battle of Normandy, simply the horse to beat, and I have to use him.
Absolutely. And as I said, really, I loved the professionalism he showed while beating, I think, some nice horses in his debut. This was a horse who I kind of looked at and I expected to improve with a little bit of experience. You know, he's a big horse, definitely a two-turn horse. And the fact that he ran so well on debut kind of makes me think the sky's the limit. We're both keying in on freshman sires here. I like where you're going with Bapio, and you know, I used as well as the winner is one of the Oscar Performance runners. I think this one will handle stretching out as he moves back to his preferred surface.
And we'll see what we get from Bapio and Quincy Cafe, the 7, trying turf for the first time. It's obviously a big ask going against horses that have already proven themselves on the surface, but Bapio is a strong pedigree. Mark Cassie usually does good work switching surfaces and stretching. I just have to get a trip from the outside post. I'm curious to see what we get. 1, 2, 9, and 8 for Nicole, 10, 7, 1, 6 for me. It's the Grade 3 $175,000 with anticipation, our Spa Baby race for Wednesday, and our coverage is presented by Spendthrift.